My question is, can you be in bondage to God? I know you can be in bondage to a lot of other things, but can we be in bondage to God?
This is an interesting question. I'm not exactly sure how to interpret it, but Jay, why don't you start us off?
Well, we were talking about it beforehand. I thought if you can be in bondage to something, that's a good thing to be in bondage to. The Bible talks about how we become a slave to Christ, but it's not in a way of like, he taking domineering over you. It's really we're yielding ourselves to him to say, whatever you want, I'm going to become. You're the Lord of my life. And so even though it used the word slave, it's not like you think about the slaves back with Kunta Kinte or something like that, where, you were stolen, you were whipped, and then you were beat down, and you were told what to do and treated less than human. It's not that type of thing, or in bondage, a way where God's going to make you. There's always been a cooperation with the grace of God. God is always looking for a partnership. And when we partner with him, there's a yoking up. Jesus said, take my yoke upon you. So even though we're kind of like, I don't want to say we're in bondage, we're yoked up with him. He's doing all the work, and he's already did the work, and then we're going alongside with him. So I don't want to say bondage in the sake of as if you are in a place of torment or hurt or being taken advantage of, but you are yoked up together with him, and he's doing all the work, and you reap all the benefits from the work that he has done.
That's a great explanation. Yeah.
I like what Jay said about, we are slaves of righteousness, and so there's a real sense in that. And Paul repeatedly calls himself a bondservant of Christ, and he uses the word doulos.
Yep. It does.
Slave.
Some say slave. Some translations say slave.
It's a broad word. It can mean servant. It can mean slave. It is the word for slave. It is the word for servant. So, Paul doesn't shy away from that. And, Christ purchased us on the cross. He does own us. But I understand, this kind of maybe a contemporary understanding of you're in a bondage, you know what I mean? Almost like an oppression or an addiction. And clearly, God sets us free.
That's right.
You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So any kind of idea of bondage like that is anathema to the Christian faith. It is the unbeliever who is bound, who is in darkness, who's in chains. We're the ones who have woken up. We're in the light. We're free, freer than anybody's ever been. So, but being free doesn't mean you can do what you want. You serve Christ now, and you do what his law says.
And I'm wondering, in a case like that, if people would look at a disciplined Christian's life and see us in bondage, that we don't go to bars, and we don't do this, and we don't do the ways of the world, they can see that as a reverse bondage, that we go to church. They can see that as a bondage,
Yeah, because they have no desire for good.
Right.
They have a desire for evil, so it's like, I don't want to do that. That's horrible to me. And
you're going to get up and go to 2 morning services. You're going to go to church again on Sunday evening. So they would see that as us being in bondage to that. Well, it's not really bondage, but it's a love. It's a doulos. It's a servant's attitude.
The scripture says if the Son shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. Amen. So if we are a slave to God or in bondage to God, we've been liberated. We've been freed, from bondages of the world.
It's really sad. When I first got saved, people used to say to me, oh, you mean you can't do this? You can't do that? So they would see a reversal. They would see us in bondage to religion. He found religion.
And that's a whole other subject. Wouldn't mind, we're out of time here, but sometimes you can be in bondage to a religion or a ritual. But thank you for the question, very interesting.